Today we are driving to Tampa. It looks nice and sunny out, but it is only getting to like 50, 60 degrees today. It's gonna be a freezing cold day here. Drive up the coast and check out some of the spots along the way and see what the drive has to offer, as opposed to flying up there because it's such a short flight. It's like a 4-hour drive. This, guys, is how to reverse park. I think he gave up. He gave up trying to park in the parking spot and just parked in the road. There he is. We were gonna get an Uber, but it went up to $36. So we managed to get a lift, and it's only $8. So we're saving a bunch of money just by being efficient and using different app services and stuff. We got our rental car like an hour later. They had this weird thing where you had to like have a garage key to go up to the top to be able to get the car, and then
no, the key was to get out of the garage.
Oh, and you had to give it back to them at the end, and then the guy lost the key to the car that we were meant to have, so then we had to get another car and they had to clean it and everything real quick, so it took a lot longer than expected. But
this car's way nicer.
We got it and we're set up, so now we're gonna go and find something to eat, I think, and Dan wants coffee, so that's our adventures. And as we reached the bridge, we realized it wasn't going to be a smooth sailing trip all the way up to Tampa. The traffic was insane. We went and grabbed a Starbucks, which is our favorite little go-to. Well, I don't really like drinking Starbucks anymore because I want to support more like better coffee shops, but there aren't many coffee shops that are really good around and convenient, so we end up going to Starbucks all the time. But one of my biggest pet hates about Starbucks is when you order your drink and it comes, and this, I haven't even drank a sip of this, and when I got a grande and it's like quarter of the way empty, and it's like so frustrating because you pay for like a grande instead of a tall, and then they don't even give you your drink. So it's one thing that drives me crazy about coffee shops. So if you own a coffee shop or you work in one, don't short people of their drinks because it's annoying and it annoys me. But after sitting on that bridge for an hour, we are on our way. We're gonna go to Burger King because I haven't had that in like so long, like a year or two. People in Miami cannot drive for shit. This guy just like literally decided to pull in front of us, like because he didn't want to be in the right lane, and now he's holding up so much traffic behind us and just being really rude and annoying. Like, that was loud.
Sorry. Hot.
There's like so many people that can't drive here. So we pulled up to Burger King and I got a bacon double and Dan got a Whopper, and he said he was gonna get a little burger, and it's like 3 times the size of mine. It's huge. But I got some chicken nuggets as well, so it'll keep me going. One thing we're learning about Miami is it A, has really bad drivers, and B, it has a lot of traffic. for Saturday, so I don't know if that means that it's busier than normal or if it's meant to be quieter than normal. But there seems to be a lot of cars everywhere. Driving along the beach roads, and we found Pompano Beach Highlands, an area, and there's like a marina and stuff. And then these houses are crazy big, and we just looked up on Zillow, and one of them was like 30 million. And we didn't even expect to see this down here, did we?
It was cool.
Super cool. And then they have all these condos, and they're like 700,000 for like a small little condo in this spot. And as the sun began to set, we decided to take the fastest route we could back to Tampa. There wasn't much to see, so we just kicked back, relaxed, and enjoyed the drive back. We are just by the airport. We finally made it to Tampa. That was a long drive, longer than I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun set, so obviously we couldn't see too much along the way, but we're 10 minutes away, and I'm going to crash out on the bed as soon as we get there. We're staying with Dan's mum for the next few days, so it'd be nice to see her. I haven't seen her for like, how long?
2 years.
2 years or so. So it'd be cool to catch up with her.
Yeah.
And then see what Tampa's about.
We're about to pass my old apartment.
Ooh. Dan lived here for like 6 years. So he's got all the memories flooding back. If you've moved away from home, have you ever gone back and like had that experience of just everything flooding back? Because I have it whenever I go back to the UK, and it's crazy. And I'm sure that's what you're getting right now. But alright, well, we'll see you in the morning and see what the day brings tomorrow. So we just dropped off the rental car, and they tried to charge us $300.
That you forgot.
No, they tried to charge us $300 to go one way from Miami to Tampa, but nobody told us that when we booked the car or when we picked it up.
Yeah.
So luckily we managed to get that waived, but just be aware that if you are driving one way that there's no extra fees included, because that would have been a awful thing to wake up to this morning.
Sometimes it's cheaper to go one way because they need a car.
We're gonna go to Clearwater Beach. Clearwater Beach or Clearwater Bay?
Beach.
The beach. And go and have a look over there. It's a public holiday today, so it's probably gonna be busier than normal. And it's still not warmed up totally. It's only 64 Fahrenheit here right now. So it's still a bit chilly, but we're gonna go over and have a look and see what is happening in Clearwater. I've never been over there before, so I get to see something new.
Yep.
Dan has been there before, many times I'm sure.
A million times.
Yeah. We had to take numerous bridges over to Clearwater Beach. Once we arrived, I realized that it was a perfect seaside town. There were tons of shops and cafes and places to grab coffee if you wanted as well. We found a place to park on the street, which made it a bit cheaper, and we walked around down to the beach, over the pier, and saw that it wasn't as busy as I had expected, though it was quite busy still. After wandering along the main part of the beach, we decided to go and check out the residential part of the island and see what was going on over there. We came across these giant pelicans. They were pretty cool. We walked along the front there and saw the beach and everything and the murky water. It's not quite as clear water as I thought it would be, but we decided to head over to the back side of the little strip of island that it is and see the rivers and the lakes and where people live and stuff, and there's lots of like pelicans and stuff flying around, which is super cool. That spot there was a manatee area, and I haven't seen a manatee yet. Dan's seen them. They're big. They look cool. People used to mistake them for not dolphins, for mermaids. Yep. People used to think manatees were mermaids back in the pirate days. After spending the day at Clearwater Beach, we decided to head over the bridge to St. Pete's. Here we found the Dali Museum. The museum itself is dedicated to Salvador Dali and his work in surrealism. The building itself was absolutely beautiful, and inside was just as spectacular as outside. We wandered around to see all of the exhibits of his work, and also a Shape of Dreams exhibit inspired by his work. I couldn't believe how beautiful the oil stayed on the canvas, even after nearly 100 years. I don't know about you, but I can definitely tell a Dali piece of work because I've never really seen an artist that can even come close to what he created. In the Shape of Dreams exhibit, there was an AI program that was able to create a dream that you had and brought it to life. And this is my dream that I had that I managed to convert into words, and this is what the AI came up with. How would you interpret this dream? Let me know in the comments. Once we finished up at the Dali Museum, we decided to head home after our day of exploring and get a good night's sleep.